I mean, could you imagine if both the Mavs and the Jazz, the 6 and 7, move into the second round and play one another? Look, the fact is, if all of those teams moved through, let's just say it was the 5 seed or the 4 seed Rockets, the 6 seed Jazz, and the 7 seed Mavs, or even the 5 seed Thunder, the Lakers should get the worst team. They're the 1 seed. They should get the Mavs. They should have the worst team as their next opponent. But instead, in this case, let's just say that the Jazz move through, but the Clippers still end up winning this series, which now feels like the case. If Paul George is woken up, the Jazz still have a 3-2 series lead, 2 chances to close. That would mean that the Lakers could get a very dangerous 4 seed in the Rockets, but the Clippers as the 2 would get the 6-seeded Jazz. Again, why reward the Clippers for being the 2 seed just because things broke their way in their bracket? I know we do this in the NCAA tournament, and that's part of the charm of it, that maybe you just have the bracket bust your way, and suddenly a 1 seed doesn't have the 8 in front of it now, and it's playing a 12 seed or a 13 seed in the Sweet 16 or something like that. And that's part of the charm, and that's just the way that it goes. But that's not the way that it should be in the NFL, in the NBA. It's not that way in the NFL. It shouldn't be that way in the NBA. We should reseed this. And more than likely, the Lakers are going to get a much tougher team than the Clippers will. Even though Donovan Mitchell's been great, probably the Lakers are going to get a tougher opponent in the Rockets than the Clippers will in the Jazz. And that's why the NBA should do away with this bracket thing.